5. Shi Zhiyan of Ziyuan Temple, in the capital, during the Lu Song dynasty. Shi Zhiyan, a native of western Liangzhou, joined the monastic order at the age of 20. Gaining fame for his assiduity, he wore simple and coarse clothes, always ate vegetarian food, and sat with mindfulness. As his homeland was in poverty, he vowed to learn from virtuous teachers and search for classics to help people. Therefore he traveled to the western countries and arrived in Jiban, where he entered the Motiantualuo Vihara and studied meditation under Buddhasena. With 3 years of study, he achieved what others could accomplish in 10 years. Buddhasena thought highly of him, as he saw meditation talent in the student. The monastics and laypeople sighed after learning about this. From now on, China has true Dharma seekers. Then, they stopped slighting Chinese monks and treated people from afar with respect. At that time, Buddhabhadra the bhiksu was also a great meditation master in Jiban. Shi Zhiyan thus invited him to go eastwards with him and preach in China. Appreciating the former's sincerity, Buddhabhadra went to China with him. They crossed the dangerous deserts and arrived in Guanzhong. Shi Zhiyan accompanied Buddhabhadra in dwelling at Da Temple of Chang'an. Soon the monastics rejected the latter for no reason. Shi Zhiyan also separated from him and stayed in a vihara in Shandong province, focusing on meditation and Buddhist cultivation. In the 13th year of the Yaxi period under the Jin dynasty, Emperor Wu of the Lu Song government attacked Chang'an and returned with victory, hence passing by Shandong. Wang Wei, the Duke of Xixing, toured Shandong with Emperor Wu and visited the vihara where Zhiyan stayed. He saw 3 monks sitting on camp stools meditating attentively. The monks did not notice Wang Hui's arrival. The latter thereupon snapped his fingers, and the 3 monks opened their eyes and closed them right away, not responding to Wang Hui's questions. Wang Wei was intrigued and asked the local elders, who told the Duke, "These 3 monks retreated here in search of enlightenment. They are truly noble and pure masters." Wang Wei reported to Emperor Wu and requested that he invite them to the capital city, but none of the 3 would go. Wang Wei repeated the request with earnestness, and the other 2 masters then recommended that Shi Zhiyan go with Wang Wei, who always respected Buddhism and thus provided Shi Zhiyan with due courtesy. Shi Zhiyan came to the capital and stayed in Xixing Temple. However, he was inclined to calmness in his character and wanted to forego worldly noises. Wang Wei hence built a vihara in the eastern suburb, that is Ziyuan Temple. The Sanskrit canonical texts that Shi Zhiyan acquired in the West had not been translated yet. In the 4th year of the Yuanjia period, together with Baoyun the monk, he translated the Puyao Jing, Sutra on the Universal Shine, the Guangboyan Jing, Sutra of Vastness, Sublime and Purity, and the Si Tianwang Jing, Sutra of the 4 Heavenly Kings, among other texts. When Shi Zhiyan dwelt in the temple, he did not accept invitations and basically lived solely on his alms begging. Both the wise and the slow were impressed by his preaching and virtuous deeds. Once, a man who could see ghosts told others that he had heard ghosts near the temples of the earth and corn god, saying, "When Master Yan comes, we should avoid him." This man did not understand what it meant. Shortly, a master arrived, and the man asked his name. The answer was Zhiyan. Then, the man remembered this master and admired him deeply. The wife of Xiao Sawa, a provincial official of Lanaling, was ill, constantly seeing ghosts coming towards her, thus crying out in fear. They invited Shi Zhiyan to preach the Dharma. As soon as Zhiyan arrived at the parlor, the woman saw the ghosts running away. After he entered the bedroom and expounded the Dharma for the wife, she recovered from her illness. Hence, she received the 5 precepts, and the entire family of Shaos reverenced the Buddha Dharma since Shi Zhiyan was clear and detached from desires, giving what he was offered to other people directly. He traveled to many places to preach since childhood, never attaching to anything. He was humble and would not discuss himself, therefore his good deeds could not be all acknowledged and recorded. When Shi Zhiyan was still a lay Buddhist, he received the 5 precepts and used to breach the code. Later, he was fully ordained but often wondered if he really obtained the precept essence, worrying about it frequently. After years of insightful meditation, he could not be sure of it. Thus he went to India again, looking for answers from virtuous masters. Meeting a bhiksu of arhathood, he raised the question that was bothering him. The arhat was not sure either, so he entered samadhi to inquire Maitreya Bodhisattva. In Tusita heaven, the Bodhisattva replied, "Precept obtained." Hearing this news, Shi Zhiyan was greatly delighted. Then, he returned to China on foot, passing away in his sleep in Jiban at the age of 78. In the local practice of Jiban, people were cremated in different places in accordance with their moral levels. Although Shi Zhiyan followed the precepts strictly, he did not achieve the highest level. First, people tried to move his body to the graveyard for ordinary monks, yet it was too heavy to move. Transferring to that of the saints, the body became very light. Ziyuan, the disciples of Shi Zhiyan, came to China from the western regions to report this omen. They then returned to the foreign country together. Based on this sign, he must have been an awakening monk, but it is not clear if he was fully enlightened.